Everyone told me that if I posted a long form video on YouTube every single day, that I will burn out. They kept telling me quality over quantity. That's not a sustainable strategy, but I didn't listen. I actually saw a few creators doing this challenge where they are posting a long form video every single day. Now, everyone's doing it a little bit differently, and I'm going to share with you how I'm doing it. But I took on this challenge because I told myself that I was going to do YouTube full time in 2026. I have been procrastinating for 2 years. I actually made this promise to myself October 2024. And I tried it for 90 days, got frustrated because things weren't going my way, and I quit. Yeah, I quit. And I never quit anything. So I told myself, okay, let me try it this way. Since I've tried it every other way, the gurus have told me to do it and it didn't work. Let me see if I can just show up every day and just be myself. So here we are. So I am proud to say that today is actually day 40 of my 100 days, and it's been incredible. So I'm going to be sharing with you some of the things that I've learned. And if you are on a similar journey, if you are a new YouTuber, or if you are over the age of 40 and you're looking to do YouTube full time, definitely stay tuned because I'm going to be sharing with you some of the things that I've learned, some of the things that I'm looking forward to, and then some of the mistakes that I've made that I've slowly began to tweak. All right, so let's go ahead and jump in. So the first thing is filming went from 1.5 hours per week to 7 to 15 minutes per day. So let me explain what I was doing before. I was posting one long form video per week. That would take me 1.5 hours to film. Like when I think about how long it used to take me to film my content, it's insane. The reason why it would take me 1.5 hours is because I was memorizing my scripts. Even though I knew the topic at hand, I was so anxious that I wanted to hit every single point perfectly. I wanted to say it in the way that I scripted it. So as a motivational speaker and me used to memorizing keynote speeches, I was like, let me just memorize my YouTube videos. And it would literally take me 1.5 hours to film because if I didn't get a line perfect, I would refilm it. And it just was a messy process, which led to anxiety, by the way, every single week. Like I did not look forward to filming. Once I took on this challenge, I was seeing that a lot of creators were just showing up on camera. They were leaving their notes on their computer. One of the processes that I did was I put like my 3 to 5 points on a sticky note and I put it behind my camera, which is a mirror behind my camera. And I would just glance down at it and keep speaking. That helped me so much, y'all. It went from 1.5 hours of filming to 7 to 15 minutes, depending on the duration of my video. Like, that's insane to me. So that's why I have the capacity to film every single day, because to be honest, every single day filming Monday through Sunday is almost equivalent. It's actually probably less than the 1.5 hours filming once a week. So that's crazy. So that is number one. That's the first thing that happened. Now, the second thing is editing then dropped from 2 to 4 hours to edit one video to about 15 minutes to edit each day. And the editing doesn't really take, the editing takes 15 minutes if my video is 15 minutes, right? Like it takes the time that I'm actually filming on the video. However, thanks to CapCut's transcript feature, editing has cut down dramatically in the past week or two since I've been using this feature. And it's so amazing. What it does is it transcribes your entire video and you can literally read the text and you can highlight it and delete rather than going through your video and seeing which parts you mess up. You can actually read it and see the parts where you respoke a word again, or you stumbled, or you said or there was pauses, and you can literally cut all that out. That has even helped me cut down my editing, which was only about 15 minutes per day. And now it's so instant. I think the longest part of my editing process right now is CapCut's upload feature is pretty slow. So me uploading my video from my iPhone to the cloud so that I can then edit on desktop, that's what takes the longest time. Not my editing and not my filming. It's actually CapCut's upload feature. But all in all, it's been an incredible process and I'm actually enjoying it. So the third thing that I've done in this journey is I stopped scripting. Oh my gosh, you guys, I don't even know how to even explain the amount of peace and joy and confidence and inspiration that I've been able to grasp onto by just releasing scripts. Now, I'm going to be honest, I have notes. I think it's important that you have your bullet points. You have your main points that you want to share with your audience for that particular video. I think it's important to understand your opening hook. And if you have a call to action at the end, I think it's important for you to understand that as well. However, scripting everything out word by word is no longer a thing for me. And that has brought me so much joy because I've learned to trust myself. I pride myself on being a professional speaker. And I told myself, listen, you speak professionally for a living. This is what you get paid to do. You should be comfortable just coming on camera and speaking. You do this with live events. You do this all the time, every day. Why not do this for YouTube? And it allowed me to just trust myself and understand, listen, if you stumble, it's okay. You're not perfect. I'm not trying to present myself as someone who's perfect, but I want to present myself as someone who's human. And that has been a game changer in my confidence, trusting myself to just show up and deliver the value that I want to deliver. And eliminating scripts has allowed me to do that. Let me share with you some things that I've seen other YouTubers do, and I'm actually trying it for the first time today. I have my notes on my computer, and my computer is right in front of my camera. However, before today, for the 39 days, what I would do is I have my camera. Behind my camera is my vanity mirror, and I would put post-it notes on the mirror, and I would just glance up and see which point. That worked for me. But then I started to realize, you know what? It might just be easier to have my notes right in front of me on my computer, like I see a lot of YouTubers do, and I could just glance down real quick. And there's nothing wrong with that. Listen, we're not here to act like we have everything perfect and we're memorizing everything. It's okay to look to the side real quick at your notes or glance down. That is natural. It's the same thing if I'm giving a keynote speech. I look up at the screen and I see which point is next and I click the clicker, right? It's okay to just be you. And I've had to realize that I'm not going to be those YouTubers that just get on and they have everything like boom, 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 boom. I'm a speaker and I'm going to do it the way that feels comfortable for me. And that has been a game changer. All right. So the fourth thing is my speaking became more natural. So like I mentioned, I'm a motivational speaker. I'm a former teacher, educator. So naturally, I have that presenter tone. Y'all, that tone is annoying. Like when I watch my videos, I'm like, chill out, Duvet. Like, come on. Like people don't want to be presented to. People don't want to be preached to all the time. Sometimes we just want to hang out. We just want to talk. And I've had to work on that. I'm not going to lie. It's not easy for me to have this more mellow tone. I'm naturally, very bubbly, like over the top person already. I speak with my hands. I'm very dramatic. So when I present, I get into it and I'm so used to having to be on as a motivational speaker and presenter, but YouTube's a little bit different. And I realized that YouTubers, in order to build community and in order to really draw in your audience, you want to feel like you're just talking to your friend on FaceTime. And so I've had to see all of you as my friends. It's okay. You're just hanging out. This is just a chat. And this is why I call my daily videos Daily Dose with Dupay. We're just here hanging out and we're having a conversation. And so my speaking slowly in the last 40 days, especially the last, I would say, week or so, has become a little bit more natural. And I would say too, me having a microphone, I purchased and invested in a mic, and that has helped me as well because I feel like I don't have to project. I don't have to yell anymore in order for my camera to catch my voice. And I can just talk in a normal tone because I know my microphone is going to pick up the sound. All right, so let's go ahead and look at the fifth thing that I want to share with you. So the anxiety before filming, that is almost gone. Actually, that is gone. I don't have any anxiety to film anymore. I think the anxiety for me is less about me showing up on camera and more about me worried about outside noise. Like I can't control the garbage truck who comes at 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. and is loud during the time that I film. I can't control other people in my household. And that's one of the reasons why I purchased the mic. I can't control outside noise. And I think that's where my majority of my anxiety came from. And that's why I invested into a microphone and certain things in order to help ease that anxiety to know, you know what, at least maybe this will eliminate a lot of noise if there is noise. But for the most part, it's been pretty quiet. I'm just used to it being silent when I speak. And I think it's because I feel like I have ADHD. Like I'm easily distracted, like very, very easy. And so I think the anxiety is gone. But before, I think the anxiety was just not only outside noise, but it was like, oh my gosh, I got to memorize all these scripts. Okay, like it's going to be it. Like I was already like in dread because I knew it was going to take like an hour and a half. And can you imagine having to speak for an hour and a half and expect everything to be silent for that hour and a half? Like that's impossible. Now I know I only need 10 to 15 minutes and I'm good. You know what I mean? So like I don't have that anxiety anymore. So number 6 is I say fewer ums and mistakes as the weeks have gone on. Now in the beginning, I would say a lot because I was always thinking. I think I'm doing less thinking and again, just trusting myself in what to say. I do say like a lot and I've been teased for that like literally my entire life. I say like. I'm from NorCal, like that's what we say. But I've lived in Southern California for over 25 years. So I mean, I don't know. I say like a lot. So I might say like in my videos and I say okay and all right. And I think that's like a motivational like pause word, like yes, like you're waiting for the audience to respond. So those little things I've noticed that I've taken some things in my keynote speeches, like what I would say on camera. And I don't know necessarily if that's something that I'm going to get rid of, but I've noticed that. And sometimes in post-production, I will cut out a few okays because it's a little over the top. I also notice that like I look up a lot, like if I'm thinking or in thought, I look up. And then I used to do this like weird swallow thing. Like it was so weird. It was cringe. And you guys might see it in my videos. If you do, I'm sorry. I don't even know why I do it. I think it's like me getting like super excited or super like in thought and I don't know, like I need to swallow. Like, I don't know. It's weird. And I try to cut it out in my videos, but I have noticed when I slow down, I'm a lot more at ease. I do it less. So I've learned to like speak slower, just to relax in it, be calm, and don't be such in a rush to like get through the video. So number 7 is I actually look forward to filming now and it's fun and it's not a chore anymore. I think prior, the reason why I started and stopped YouTube so many times is because it felt like a chore. It felt like something that I didn't want to do and I was forcing myself to do it because it's a platform that I really want to grow a community on. However, I've been successful on growing a community on every other platform. And YouTube has just not been consistent for me. And so, when I say YouTube, I mean long form. I've been successful with shorts, but I've never been successful with my long form content. And even right now, my views are low. I'm getting like 15, 20, 30 views on my videos. I'm not getting hundreds or even thousands, but I'm documenting this process because I know that it's not always going to be this way. And I want to be able to look back and be like, you did not give up, Dupay. You stuck with it and you're just having fun in the process. I love showing up every day. I love being here. And so I think that alone is gold. Like for me, just me enjoying this process, I would rather receive that than all the vanity metrics and everything because I truly love being here. And I told myself that this is what I was going to do full time for years and I'm finally here. So it feels great. Okay, so number 8 is I actually booked 3 brand collaborations during this stretch. Now that is crazy to me because the first 2 weeks of me doing this full time, I booked my first 2. So now it's 40 days. It's been a little less than a month and I've booked 3 paid brand collaborations. And it's wild to me because like I said, my views are low. So my views are like 30 views, but these brands still believe in my content. They love me as a speaker. They love me as a creator. They love the value that I give my audience. They love the topics that I speak about. And they trusted me and they're paying me to do this. So that has been a game changer because I've already monetized YouTube in less than the first 2 weeks and 14 days of doing this full time. So that is something that I definitely want to share because you don't have to get inside the YouTube monetization program in order to monetize YouTube when you're getting started. You can sell your own digital products like I am, and I've sold products as well. You can book brand collaborations and there's other opportunities to make money. So that has been a plus. And finally, number 9 is I'm still figuring out what content really resonates most. I think that I've been talking about different things because I love talking about online business growth, all things digital products, and automation, which includes AI. That is going to be the core pillars on my channel. However, I realized that I want to do a lot more storytelling on my journey. I think people can learn from my mistakes. People can learn from my 15 plus years of being an entrepreneur. And I think it's really important for me to teach in a way where I'm teaching from experience rather than as an expert. And so I'm tweaking things. Today's video is a little bit different than my normal videos, and I want to see how it goes. I want to see if this is the content that you guys want to see. And I really want to say that I really enjoy talking daily. It's something where another creator had mentioned this, like when you show up daily, you kind of know what to expect. And so there's no more dread. Like when I was filming once a week on Thursday, the anticipation leading up to Thursday, I had so much anxiety because I knew like, oh my gosh, I have to show up, I have to present, like I have to be on, right? Now, when you show up daily, you're just like, oh, I just 10, 15 minutes chatting with my friends real quick. You know what I mean? Before I go on with my day, doing all my other things. Like I literally have my church service that starts in like an hour. So like I got up at 7:52 a.m. on the West Coast in California, and I'm here filming for you guys. So it's something that I really, truly enjoy and I look forward to. And yeah, I have to say this has been incredible. I can't wait to see where I am at day 100. So here's the truth about filming YouTube every single day. If you are hesitant, I think you're overthinking it. I think you are putting too much in your strategy. I think you are overthinking what you think your audience wants to hear from you. I think you are making excuses. And I know this because I was that creator as well. If you really want to do this, I say just do it. Now, I've seen videos where some people are doing this and they are winning. And the ones who are winning, they are not overthinking. They are just being their natural selves in their natural environment, whatever it is that they're showcasing. I know people who are not even creating thumbnails and they're getting so many views, right? So I think this era of YouTubers, the algorithm is really looking to creators to just be themselves. And if you are one of those creators where you are very great at just speaking and sharing, I think this might be a strategy for you. I realize that I'm not the YouTuber who's going to show up and everything's going to be perfect and they're going to have all the glitz and glam in editing and all these, graphics that's just not me. I tried to do that, and that's the part that discouraged me. I want to just show up and share. I'm a former educator. I have my background in education, my master's in educational counseling. I was a former teacher. I just want to educate and inspire and teach and share and build community. And for me, that is the most important thing. All the bells and the whistles and things like that, maybe later on down the road, I can hire a team to help me spruce things up. But I realize if I'm going to make it on YouTube, I have to eliminate all of that. I have to just show up on camera. I don't want to do closed captions on my videos. I don't want to spend hours editing. It's just not going to motivate me to film. It's just not. And I think in this era of being a content creator, we have to be able to just show up as ourselves. And I promise you, it may take a while, but your tribe, your audience will find you because they will have similar values and beliefs and their style of learning. So I hope that's you. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. And I really want to encourage anyone, if you want to join in on this challenge, just get started. Don't overcomplicate the process. I promise you, by the time you hit your second week, you will see a huge difference in how you show up on camera for your community. Well, there you have it, you guys. My name is Dupe Alaru. If you're new to my channel, welcome. This was your Daily Dose with Dupe. I really hope that it resonated with you. If it did, go ahead and put a comment below. Ask me questions. I'm here to answer anything that you guys may have. We're on this journey together, so feel free to ask. I'll definitely make sure that I respond. And I will see you tomorrow for another great video about my journey here on YouTube. Until then, have a beautiful and blessed day.